Each night after that she crept out of bed to tend to the swallow. As he grew stronger, he told her now how he had torn his wing on a thorn bush. The other swallows had flown away to the warm countries, but he had not been able to keep up with them. At last he could go no farther and had plummeted to the ground. Thumbelina cautioned him never to move from where he lay, for if the field mouse and the mole knew he was alive, they would surely kill him. When spring warmed the earth once more, Thumbelina knew it was time for the swallow to go. His wing had healed now. Each night he fluttered it over and over again, strengthening it for flying. "Won't you come with me?" he asked her. "You can easily sit upon my back, and I will carry you away into the leafy woods." But Thumbelina could not bring herself to abandon the field mouse who had kept her from starving. She made a hole in the roof of the passageway and watched longingly as the swallow flew out into the sunshine. She felt that all the pleasure in her life was going with him. Every evening now, the mole came to call on Thumbelina. He made her sing until her voice grew hoarse. Whenever she stopped, he prodded her to continue. This was the way he loved her. Without ever once asking Thumbelina, the mole and the field mouse agreed that she would be married to him in the autumn. Suddenly there was a hum of activity in the field mouse's room, for she had insisted that the bride have a wardrobe of new clothes. 4 spiders were hired to weave day and night, and Thumbelina was put to work spinning linen thread from flax. The mole felt it was all for him. He liked to sit in his chair and listen to the whirring sound of the spinning wheel. But Thumbelina wept bitterly. Every morning when the sun rose and every evening when it set, she was allowed to go to the doorsill and stand outside. In the heat of August, the corn had grown as high as a forest. When the wind blew the stalks apart, she could see bright pieces of sky. How beautiful it was! She did not know how she would live deep inside the earth with the mole, whom she now despised more than ever. As the time of her wedding drew closer, she sobbed out her fears to the field mouse. "Nonsense," the field mouse said. "Don't be stubborn, or I'll bite you with my white teeth. His velvet coat is handsome, and the food in his pantry is fit for a queen." Thumbelina understood then that she was trapped as surely as if she were in a cage. Summer was ending, and she knew she would never be able to survive outside through the harsh, cold months of winter. But now the wedding day had come. For the last time she crept to the doorsill to stand in the sunshine. She knew the mole would never permit her to leave his side. She wept as she felt the warmth upon her face, and made ready to go back into the earth. Then suddenly above her, she heard a shower of notes, a glorious morning song. She looked up, and there was the swallow. "The cold winter is coming again," he said, flying down to her. "I've looked for you many times, and now I must fly away to the warm countries. Won't you come with me? I'll take you to where it is always summer." This time Thumbelina did not hesitate. She climbed upon the swallow's back and tied her sash to one of his feathers. Then he rose up into the sky. They flew over forests and fields, high above mountains with snow-capped peaks. When Thumbelina felt cold in the bleak air, she crept in under his feathers. It was so secure and close, a coverlet of softest down. At last they arrived in the warm countries. The sun beat down upon the earth, and the light was clear as crystal. Lemons and oranges hung on the trees, and sweet spices perfumed the air. The swallow flew on until they came to a dazzling white palace. In the pillars were many nests, and one of these was the swallow's home. "I dearly love you and yearn to keep you with me," said the swallow sadly, "but I do not think you could live up high as I do, for when the wind comes you might fall. Why don't you take one of the flowers that grows below for your home? At least we shall be neighbors." Thumbelina did not remember that she had lived before in a flower, but the idea seemed to her a good one. The swallow set her gently on the petals of a brilliantly colored flower. Then she slid inside. But this could not be, she thought. The home was already taken. A young man was standing there, shining as if he had been made of glass. A silver crown was on his head, and gauzy wings grew from his back. "Isn't he wonderful?" Thumbelina whispered to the swallow, who still hovered nearby. Never before had she seen such a person just her size. When the young man got over his fright at the closeness of the great bird, he explained to Thumbelina that a small person lived in each of the flowers. He was their king. Then he took off his crown and placed it upon Thumbelina's head. "You're so lovely," he said. "Won't you be my queen?" Thumbelina never thought to refuse. She could tell he was kind by the way his voice was sounding in the curve of his mouth. She felt that at last she had come home. Then the king declared that there was to be a welcoming party more joyful than any seen before in the land. From all the flowers men and women came, bringing gifts for Thumbelina. But the most wonderful was a pair of tiny wings that could be fastened to her back, so she too could dart among the flowers. Everyone danced all night, and above them in his nest was the swallow, singing for them his most heartbreaking tune. That's a really sweet one. I like that. It kind of has like a new perspective on like fairies, I'd say. I mean, people don't normally think of them as like little humans, but that just like put wings on their back. So I thought that was pretty cute. And I hope you guys liked that story. If there's any recommendations you have for me, then I can totally read those, and I'll be looking for some more like shorter books while I still read Peter Pan. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and enjoy your day.